Big thanks to Bernhard for sponsoring this episode.
You asked for it. Yes, you did. You asked for this brisket. Now, I know you want to get started on this brisket, but before we do, I want you to know about our vlog. The link's down below, and you can see all behind the scenes, everything that's going on. Morrison's bantering and his sickness and everything that's going on, all the crazy stuff. So make sure you follow our vlog. Now let's talk about the brisket. And look what I've got. This is 7.5 kilograms of beautiful Australian wagyu brisket. And it has so much intramuscular fat, it's gonna blow your mind. But that's not what I want to talk to you guys about. You asked, well, I kind of asked you first. I asked you for the last brisket that you did, remember the one where we put it in curry paste and let it marinate? I asked you, what's next? Where are we going to take this? And you said, that's right, that's what you said. So, I don't know, like great ideas and all, but when my mind started thinking about it, somehow Dorito popped into my mind. Dorito chips. And this video is not sponsored by Dorito chips, so you can use any brand of nachos that you prefer, but I kind of like the spicy ones. So I was thinking, why, if I like it so much, why wouldn't I combine it with the other thing that I like so much? So let's get started. In this brisket cook, I'm looking for flavor. So I'm not gonna trim this brisket. All of that fat stays on because it's gonna provide us with beautiful rendered down flavor. And now the first step in the process is making a good brisket rub. I'm starting with 1 part salt. To that, I'm adding 1 part ground pepper, half a part onion powder, half a part paprika powder, and 1/4 part garlic powder. Put the cap on and mix it up. Now let's get that brisket back in. And the reason that I wanted to use Doritos is because I want to create the biggest bark that I've ever had on a brisket. And to make sure everything sticks to it, I'm gonna put on a layer of mustard. This is a local mustard, which is freaking awesome. Don't worry about getting too much flavor on your brisket because it's such a large cut of beef that, well, basically you can't have too much flavor. Now that we turned all of this into a paste that's sitting on top of our brisket, it's time to get our Doritos in. Now I'm not going to use any fancy equipment, I'm just going to use my fist to turn these Doritos into crumbles. This way I'm sure we're getting a lot of texture because all of the parts are going to be different, and that's going to make the bark even more interesting. Now comes the challenging part, getting these Dorito crumbs onto our brisket. My brisket is ready, 3 whole packs of Doritos on top of it. So basically it's time to now fire up our Bernhard smoker. This is insane. This is going to be a lot of cleaning up after, that's for sure. Oh, look at it. Oh, I put it the wrong way. Now, I know from my experience that this part is the hottest part of my barbecue. There's the coldest part of my barbecue because the exhaust is there. So I want to put the thickest part of my brisket towards the heat and let it sit. Look at that. Oh, it's crazy. And I also want to make sure that I keep an eye on the temperature. So I'm going to put in my meter thermometer. I'm going to stick it in the thickest part. This is absolutely perfect. Let's close the lid and let the Bernhard smoker do its job. I just got the notification the brisket is done. We started at, it was 10:30? It's now 7 p.m. So it's been on like an hour extra. So that's 8.5 hours the brisket's been on. It's now done. And look at this bark that we built up. That's a lot of bark, but it's fragile. It's a fragile bark. So look, if I touch it too much, some of it will come off, some of it will stay on. I want to take it off right now and I want to let it rest. Look at that. The golden crust. I picked it up with this meat fork, and normally I never ever do that because, you know, this thing just destroys meat. But if I would have lifted it up with two handles, like two spatulas, it would have just scraped that crust off at the bottom, and I want to keep it as beautiful as it is. Now I'm gonna let this rest for like around 20 minutes to half an hour, and then we're gonna slice into it. It's still hot. I let it. I want to eat. I want it. We're just gonna have to try this. Look at it.
It seems like a ridiculous idea, but it's actually a really good idea. Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing bark.
We got smoke ring. We got tenderness. We got, you know, and I realize this is like, if you got a brisket from a good wagyu cow, like cooking something beautiful and tender, it's not really a challenge. You gotta love Doritos though, but if you love Doritos,
I would definitely open a joint in this.
What?
I would definitely open a joint.
That's not a smart thing to say. Now we did a Doritos brisket.
There are a lot more coming, right?
It's a whole series. You can put something there. What do you need us to put on brisket? Or marinate, or inject, or... Don't go like easy stuff.
No, don't get easy.
Don't do the easy stuff. Like the weird, crazy...
Yeah, more like this.
good stuff.
Yeah, comment down below what you want to see.
Hope to see you guys next time. Big thank to our patrons and the YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time.
Until then,
eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.
it's
Okay, Eva, you can have this piece, but it's gonna be the last one.